Okay. Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya, Suryakoti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvamanusandathami Bhagavad-gīte Bhavattveshinim Namostute Vyasa-vishala-buddhe Pullara-vindayata-patra-netra Yena tvaya Bharata-taila-purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamayah Pradipaha Prapanna-parijataya Totra-vetraikapānaye Jnana-mudraya Krishnaya Geetamrita-duhe Namaha. Vasudeva-sutam Devam Kamsa-chanūramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथासम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् गीताशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकविवर्जितः गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च. Okay, so this is our shloka for this week. So Geetadhyayana-sheelasya pranayama-parasya cha naiva santi hi papani purvajanma-kritani cha. So Geetadhyayanam, he who does Geetadhyayanam on a regular basis and with a lot of shraddha, it will be equivalent to the pranayama, like the result or the effects one experiences by doing regular pranayama, how much it benefits a person health wise and every other way. Similarly, Geetha Dhyanam also gives that kind of results. They are mutually, like here a comparison is being made between a person who does Geetha Dhyanam daily and pranayama daily. Like the mutual benefits will be the same. It is very good for your mental and physical health. Naiva santi hi papani purva janma kritani cha. So with the Geetha Dhyanam, of course, we have this additional spiritual aspect also, not only the physical benefits, but also the spiritual aspect where we can get rid of all the sins that we have done earlier, not only in this life, but in our previous lives as well. That is the meaning of this shloka. Okay, so moving on to our lesson, we were on page number 42. I think we completed 42. We need to work on 43, right? Okay, so we are doing Lat Lakara, Vartamana Kala, and Vishesha Kriya Padani. We did the regular Kriya Padani. So, Pathati, Pathataha, Pathanti, Pathasi, Pathatha, Patatha, Pathami, Pathavaha, Pathamaha. Okay, this is the format or form of the Kriya Padam in Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, and Uttama Purusha, in Ekavachana, Dvivachana, and Bahuvachana in general for the regular Kriya Padani. And then we have some Vishesha Kriya Padani. So there is one way to distinguish between regular Kriya Padani and a Vishesha Kriya Padani, which is a regular Kriya Padam will end with Hrasva Akara right before the Ti in Prathama Purusha Ekavachana. Only the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana will have Ti. For example, Prathama Purusha Dvivachana will have Taha. Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam will have Nakara and then Ti. Pathanti. Right? Similarly, Madhyama Purusha will have Si, Thaha and Tha at the end. And Uttama Purusha will have Mi, Vaha and Maha. Right? So only Prathama Purusha Ekavachana will end in Ti. So that is what we normally refer. This will be like an anchor. When we are referring to any other forms of a Kriya Padam, we always look back at Latlakara Prathama Purusha Ekavachana. So these forms we have to be really comfortable with. Then we can always go to other tenses and other vachanas or other purushas. So Pathati, this form is more important for us to hold on to. Whenever we say a Kriya Padam, the Dhatu, immediately we should be able to say the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana form. From that, it will be easy for us to derive the other forms. So this will act like an anchor. And in Vishesha Kriya Padani, if you notice, right before Ti, we won't have the Hrasva Akara. We can have Dirgha Akara, we can have Okara, we can have Ukara, like different forms we have. Usually Dirgha Akara or Okara or Ikara, such vowels, any other vowel other than Hrasva Akara we have. Then we can tell that this is a Vishesha Kriya Padani and the forms will be different. Okay. So many times we have a question, why is it like that? Why do we have Vishesha Kriya Padani? So we do have Vishesha Kriya Padani. When we say why, there can be many reasons. The Gana of the Kriya Padam can be different, of these Vishesha Kriya Padams can be different, and that is why they take a special form. And when I say Gana, all the dhatus means the root of the Kriya Padam. So first the roots will be there, and from the root, all these forms are derived. So the roots are again classified into 10 ganas, depending on their behavior. We have to remember one thing. All this Vyakarana is, or the rules of this Vyakarana, like in Prathama Purusha, the Kriya Padam will take the Pathati form. In Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam, in Madhyama Purusha it will take Patataha. All these are defined by Panini Maharshi, right? And how did he define? He did not create these rules. He did not invent these rules. Based on the observation of the language, he has observed the language completely and thoroughly, and then he formulated these. He grouped together the dhatus which are acting, in a particular way. He grouped them according to their features or how they behave, and then he labeled them. Okay, and this is for our convenience. For people who would like to learn Vyakarana, it will be helpful. So it is not like Panini Maharshi has created the language itself. Language has been there forever. Even before Panini, Samskritam is there. But when Panini Maharshi came, what he did was he formulated rules of grammar, so that it will be easy for people like us to learn when there is a pattern followed. And so there is no particular logical explanation why Kriya Padam acts differently, why there is a Vishesha Kriya Padam, why it came into existence. There may not be an answer. But what there is an answer for is they behave differently, hence they are grouped differently. And this fact is observed by Panini Maharshi upon reading all the scriptures that are in Samskritam. Or not only by reading, he also had the blessings of Lord Shiva, from which he attained all this knowledge. And then he formulated all these rules in the form of sutras. Sutras are like very concise formulas. Okay, every letter carries a meaning, and there is no repetition of a letter without a specific meaning. So totally, approximately around 4,000 such sutras were written by Panini Maharshi. And all these 400 sutras are again divided into 8 adhyayas. That is why it is called Ashtadhyayi. This is a Vyakarana text written by Panini. And all our grammar that we are learning right now are based on that, on the rules written by Panini Maharshi in that Ashtadhyayi. But we are not learning them in the form of sutras, because those sutras are very complicated for us even to pronounce. It will take time. Like it is like we need to practice it a little bit before we actually read the sutras. But of course there are so many levels of commentaries or vyakyanas written on Ashtadhyayi, and finally when it is reaching us, or when we are being presented, it is presented to us in such a simple way. So behind each of this, when you find something that is different or special, there is a reason, which will be explained to some extent in the sutras. But there also, sometimes the explanation as to why will not be given. How it is being classified only will be given. Why? Because again, we have to remember one thing. Samskritam is not created by Panini. It is only analyzed by Panini, and he has formulated or grouped them. This grouping and all is done by Panini Maharshi, so that it will be easy for us to learn. So this grouping is done, and we have to learn it in such way. So the Kriya Padams are grouped into regular Kriya Padams and Vishesha Kriya Padams. The regular Kriya Padams in Lat Lakara will take this form. Vishesha Kriya Padams will take different forms. Sometimes we can find a pattern within the Vishesha Kriya Padams, but sometimes we may not find a pattern. We just have to memorize them accordingly. So that is about the Kriya Padani, right? And then, so we were doing the Vishesha Kriya Padani and their forms. So we should now be working on page number 43. Page number 43, 10th question. Okay, Yathodaharanam Riktasthanani Purayata. Grahakaha Vastuni Krinati. Grahakau Vastuni Krinitaha. Grahakaha Vastuni Krinanti. So here Ekavachanam is Grahakaha Vastuni Krinati. Grahakaha is a customer. He is buying certain things. Vastuni. Grahakau Vastuni Krinitaha. So the Vastuni is still in Bahuvachanam only. That will not be changed. But two customers are purchasing a few things. Grahakaha Vastuni Krinanti. Multiple customers are purchasing things. Okay. So this is another thing you need to remember. When a sentence is given to you in Ekavachanam, and if you are asked to convert it into Bahuvachanam, you don't have to worry about the Karma Padam. all you need to convert is the subject and the Kriyapadam. Why? Because the Kriyapadam will follow the subject, right? If the subject, the Kartrupadam is in Ekavachanam, Kriyapadam also will be in Ekavachanam. So when you are converting this into Bahuvachanam, this Vakyam, only the Kartrupadam and the Kriyapadam should be converted. The Karma Padam should remain the same unless it is specifically asked or instructed. Unless we are specifically instructed to convert that also into Bahuvachanam, then, but normally that does not happen. So that you have to remember. So here in the exercise, Munihi Agnau Juhoti. Munihi Agnau Juhoti. Agnau means in the Agni. Okay, it is in Saptami Vibhakti, which we have not done. So just remember why Agni is in the form of Agnau, because in Agni, we are not simply saying Agni, we are saying in the Agni. Okay, so it is in a different Vibhakti. Munihi Agnau Juhoti. Juhoti means the act of making an offering into the Agni of the Yaga. Okay. So what will be the Dvivachanam of this Vakyam?
Muni Agnau Juhutaha.
Juhutaha.
Munayaha Agnau Juhvati.
Uttamam. So Munihi Muni Munayaha. This is the Ekavachana, Dvivachana and Bahuvachana. And for Juhoti, it will be Juhoti, Juhutaha, Juhvati. So Muni Agnau Juhutaha, Munayaha Agnau Juhvati will be the Ekavachana, Dvivachana and Bahuvachana forms. Bhaktaha Yajnam Karoti.
Bhaktau Yagnam Kurutaha. Bhaktaha Yagnam Kurvanti.
Kurvanti, yes. So Bhaktaha Yajnam Karoti, Bhaktau Yajnam Kurutaha, Bhaktaha Yajnam Kurvanti. Uttamam. Now Dvivachanam is given. Yodhau Chapam Chinutaha.
Yodaha.
Yodaha Chapam
Chinoti. Yodhaha Chapam Chinoti. Yodhau Chapam Chinutaha. Bahuvachane?
Yodaha Chapam Chinvanti.
That's all. Yodhaha Chapam Chinvanti. Mata Bhojanam Dadati.
Matarau Bhojanam Dattaha.
Dattaha.
Mataraha Bhojanam Dadati. Dadati.
Punaha Dvivachane vadatu.
Matarau Bhojanam Dattaha. Mataraha Bhojanam Dadati.
Uttamam. So Mata Bhojanam Dadati. Matarau Bhojanam Dattaha. Mataraha Bhojanam Dadati. Now Bahuvachana is given. Senapatayaha Puraskaram Prapnuvanti. What will be the Ekavachana Rupam?
Senapati.
Senapatihi. This is like Harihi. Okay. This is like the Harihi Shabda. So Senapatihi Puraskaram Prapnoti. Senapati
Puraskaram Prapnutaha.
Senapatayaha Puraskaram Prapnuvanti. So by looking at the Bahuvachana form, we should be able to tell the Ekavachana form also, like Senapatayaha. So that is why we have to remember the forms like Harihi Shabda, Harihi Hari Harayaha, Senapatayaha. Okay, like that if we remember, it becomes easy. Actually, this we can take it as Patihi Shabda instead of Harihi Shabda. There is a minute difference, but they are almost the same. Because we have a Patihi Shabda, that will be more appropriate here. Okay? Patihi, Pati, Pataya.
Bhagini, the fourth one, Mata, Bhojanam, Dadati. In the Dvivachanam, you said Matarao. Dattaha. How did it become Dattaha?
This is a Vishesha Kriyapadam. So the Dvivachanam will be Dadati. We have a Dirgha Akara, right? Before the
Dadati. Yes.
So this becomes a Vishesha Kriyapadam and we'll have Dattaha in Dvivachanam. Okay.
Okay.
Dadati, Dattaha, Dadati. The Bahuvachana will become Dadati. Okay. So and then Data, Datarau, Datum, Shaknutaha. Dvivachana is given. What will be the Ekavachana?
Dataraha.
Dataraha.
Data. This is a Rikaranta Shabda. Rikaranta Pumlinga like Pitru Shabda. Pita, Pitarau, Pitaraha. So Data, Datum, Shaknoti. Datarau, Datum.
Datarau datum shaknutaha. Dataraha datum shaknuvanti.
Datum.
Dataraha datum shaknuvanti.
Dataraha. There is again small difference between Pitru Shabda and Datru Shabda. Here in Pitru Shabda you have Pita, Pitarau, Pitaraha. There is no Dirgham in Pitarau and Pitaraha. Whereas for Data we have Data, Datarau, Dataraha. There is a Dirgha there. Okay.
Okay, Dataraha. Thank you.
Then the seventh one, Karyakarta, Karyam Janati.
Karyakartau.
Karyakartarau. Karyakartarau, Karyam Janitaha. And Karyakartaraha, Karyam
Jananti.
Jananti. So Karta, Kartarau, Kartaraha. This is like Data, Datarau, Dataraha. This is also Rikaranta Pumlinga Shabda. Okay. But there is here we get Dirgha, whereas in Pitru Shabda we don't get Dirgha in Dvivachana and Bahuvachana. So Karyakarta. Karta means doer. Karyakarta means he who does karyas. He is more like Karyakarta. We have that word even in Telugu. Like people who get work done, usually coordinators of some events are also referred to as Karyakarta. Okay.
It won't be Janataha, man.
Janitaha. Yes. In Dvivachana it becomes Janitaha. Janati, Janitaha, Jananti. These are all Vishesha Kriya Padani.
Like, okay, all these are Vishesha Kriya. Okay.
All these are Vishesha Kriya Padani. So there will be some, there will not be any pattern. That is what I'm saying. Sometimes you might find a pattern among across a few Vishesha Kriya Padani, but there is no rule that there has to be a pattern. And it again depends on, among the Vishesha Kriya Padani also, it depends on to which Gana each of these dhatus belong. And then depending on the ending vowel, what kind of sutras of Panini will be applied. So there is a whole prakriya from the dhatu till the last form of the Kriya Padam. There will be so many sutras involved why each of those changes are happening. So that is beyond
at this
the
stage
scope.
we cannot understand why it happens.
Right now, that is what I'm saying. Right now, it is beyond the scope of our knowledge.
Okay.
So to understand that, it will take a little bit more time. It is a lot easy for us to just accept this the way it is. It happens many times, right? Even in real life, things keep happening. We don't understand why. We just have to accept it first to move on smoothly. Slowly, as our maturity increases, we will understand why certain things happen the way they happen, right? So even this learning process also, if we take it that way, it becomes easily. But if we just get stuck on that, why this is happening like this, you will get stuck on it. You can dig right now into those sutras. It will take a little bit more time, right? Because we are not prepared to understand all the sutras. We are not trained for it yet. So it might take a little longer to understand, and we are stuck there instead of moving forward. So everything will come with time. So until then, you just We just need to accept that these are Vishesha Kriya Padani and they act differently. Slowly, when the time comes, we can learn the Prakriya. Okay, but it will take time, not in this level, not in the next level. It will take time. Okay. Okay, the next one.
शिष्यः उपदेशं शृणोति.
Okay, next. Dvivachane.
शिष्यौ उपदेशं शृणुतः.
Shrunutaha.
शृणुतः.
Bahuvachan.
शिष्यः उपदेशं शृण्वन्ति.
Shishyaha. Miru Shishyaha. Shishyau Shishyaha. So Shishyah Upadesham Shrunoti. Shishyau Upadesham Shrunutaha. Shishyah Upadesham Shrunvanti.
Daridra.
Okay, next one.
Daridra dukkena rodati. Daridrau dukkena ruditaha. Daridraha dukkena rudanti.
रुदन्ति.
Bhagini, na shrunomi.
Oh,
You
sorry,
are
sorry.
on-
Astu. Yogi Janaha Indriyani Nigrihnati. In Dvivachane.
योगी जनौ इन्द्रियाणि निगृह्णतः.
Grihnitaha. Grihnati, Grihnitaha, Grihnanti. Nigrihnati, Nigrihnitaha, Nigrihnanti. Nigrihnanti. Yogi Janaha Indriyani Nigrihnati. Yogi Janau Indriyani Nigrihnitaha. Yogi Janaha Indriyani Nigrihnanti. Nigrihnanti. Say that several times so you will get it. First, Grihnati, Grihnitaha, Grihnanti. Practice that and then add the Upasarga. Ni is the Upasarga here. Okay. Kriya Padams sometimes get certain Upasargas. Okay.
Grihnantaha, Grihnita.
Grihnati, Grihnitaha, Grihnanti. Okay. First practice without the Upasarga. Once you get comfortable, then add the Upasarga. Okay. So, and then we have here a small exercise, a word puzzle. Here we are given a box in which we have letters which are scattered, but we can have certain, we can find some Kriya Padani here. Okay. So here he says Vimshatihi, 20 Kriya Padani are there. Atra Vimshatihi Kriya Padani Dattani Santi. Tesham Anveshanam Kuruta Likhata. So search for them and write. So here one example is given. Arohati. That is a Kriya Padam. Can you find any other Kriya Padani here?
Vadati, Tiphati, Karoti,
Ahati.
Avatarati.
Ahati. Where is Ahati? 1 second. Where is Ahati? We shall go in a pattern, okay? So that we'll not miss out. So first let us start with the first row. With A,
Anayati.
Down also you see with A.
Karoti.
From A. Akarshati.
Karoti.
So anayati and akarshati are the two kriya padams, and then arohati diagonally. So with we got 3 kriya padams. Then go to na. With na, go horizontally, we have nayati.
Nayati.
Downwards, we don't have anything. Crosswards also, diagonal also, we don't have anything. Okay. So only nayati we have. Then go to yakara. So do we have anything?
Yati is there, no? Yati.
Yati is there or yati is there? Yati is a kriya padam is there, that I know. Yati, I don't think so.
Yati sloka madhye.
Yati is a kriya padam is not there. A kridanta is there, but it is not a kriya padam. Okay.
Okay.
Then any other? Yavati is there. Yavati also I have not come across that kriya padam. Let me just quickly check. Yavati is not there. There is no kriya padam called Yavati. It perfectly. And then there is nothing else with ya. Okay, with ya we don't have a kriya padam. Then ti. With ti do we have anything? No. Right? Starting with ti, we are not getting any kriya padam. So with va. With va, if we go down, vadati. Diagonally, we don't have anything. Backwards also, we don't have anything. That will go later to tishtati. We are still in the first row, right? We are going in a particular order so that we don't miss out on anything. So with va, we have vadati. And then with va, we have the next letter is va in that row. So vati is there. So let us see if vati.
Vati is a noun, is it not, madam?
Vati, there is a kriya padam also. Vati, and what it means is there are several meanings. One is to hurt or injure, another one is to smell, to have a smell or to emit an odor. Okay, and another meaning is to blow like the wind. Okay, these are the main meanings that are there for Vati. Okay. Blow like Vata, you know that dosha Vata that we have among the 3 doshas. So that also came from this only. Blow or the air, related to air. So Vati is there. And then
Vadati.
Vadati. I don't think there is a kriya padam Vadati, but let me double check. Vadati is not there. And then
Dadati.
Going to pra, we are still in the first row. Please complete the first row. So with pra, we have prakshalayati. If we go down, prakshalayati. Prakshalayati. So the first row is completed. Now let us go to second row. Ka. Second row from left to right. Karoti. Downwards, karshati. Karshati is also kriya padam, right? When we have akarshati, it means a little different, to attract or to pull towards us. And karshati is to farm. Okay, so karshati, karoti is there. And then ro. Ro, can we make anything?
Rohati.
Rohati is there. Again, let me see. Rohati is there. There is a kriya padam. The dhatu is rup dhatu, and rohati is the latlakara rupam. So it means to rise or grow or sprout, like that, like a seed sprouts, or when a plant shoots, you know, shoots in the sense when new leaves are forming, like that. growth, any kind of growth. We can say it is rohati. And then, so we have karoti, karshati, rohati diagonally. Okay. And then we also have roti here. Let us quickly see if there is a meaning for that. No, roti is not there. Okay. As of now, like from the resources available. And then with the tea, do we have anything?
No.
లేదండి ఏం లేదు.
And then with vada, vadati. Vadati, you go the and then come down. Then you will get vadati. But then we already had vadati from the first row, so don't worry about it. Vasati is there. If you go down from vasati is there. Okay. And you can also make vahati if you go diagonally from va to left down. Left diagonally down from va, ha, and then again right down diagonally we have vahati. Okay. Vasati straight down, vahati diagonally to the left bottom, and then again ti. Okay. And then from the
already వచ్చింది. కింద ఉందిలేండి వహతి. ఇలా వంకర
వహతి ఇంకొక వహతి ఇంకొకటి ఉందిలే. కరెక్ట్. ఓకే.
కానీ ఇవన్నీ మనం మెలకలు జరగకుండా సరిపోతుంది.
ఓకే.
Usually horizontal, vertical and
diagonal.
Yes. Okay. And then with the dadati we have.
Dadati.
Okay. And then with da.
Dati.
Dadavati.
Dati.
Dati also is there. Let me see. Dati is also there. Dadati is there. And dati. Dati means like a cleansing or purifying. Okay. Dati means cleansing or purifying. So dati is also there. And then we have ksha. With the ti there is nothing. With the ksha, kshalayati. Kshalayati is there. Prakshalayati or kshalayati both mean the same. Okay. Pra is only an upasarga for kshalayati. Kshalayati is the actual kriyapadam. So the second row is done. So moving on to the third row with the sha. There is no kriyapadam with the sha. So moving to ha.
Hasati.
Hasati is there. Hasati is there. Hasati is to laugh.
Asati, tishtati.
With the sa, do we have anything?
Downward.
like with sa we have the vasati already covered. Vasati we already covered, right?
Vasati we already covered. We are in the third row. So don't go back to the second row. We are only in the third row.
Like taking sa, then again we'll just get vasati back.
Starting with
no,
sa.
you were asking. Yeah, no, not starting with sa, but if you take sa, then we get vasati for a word.
If you take sa, we'll get vasatiya.
Like you were asking a word with sa, right? So vasati.
No. Starting with sa, I was asking.
Starting with
sa, we don't have a word.
That is what. With vasati, we already did when we were in the second row. Okay. And then moving on to the next letter, T. Tishtati is there. Tishtati. And then, okay. And then
layati.
Layati is there. So what do you think layati means? Make a guess.
Laya means dissolution, right? Dissolution. So that dissolving, dissolution.
Any other meanings you can think of for layati? It is here. It is given as like adhering or clinging to. Adhering, like sticking kind of thing. Okay. And then So layati is there. Moving on to the fourth row.
Upavishati.
Fourth row. We are in the fourth row, not fifth. So ti, we have ti there.
Alati.
Tivutrishtati.
Alati.
So with the ti, we cannot make anything. We have cha, chalati is there. The second column, we have cha, chalati. Okay.
Yes.
And then third letter is la.
Nothing is there.
Nothing is there. Lapati
Lahati.
is there. Lahati.
Up, like upside down. Yeah, there's la.
Yes. Lahati is not there. And then with the ti, also we don't have anything. And then shta we have.
Not like this. No.
Huh?
Prabhu Uttishtati.
Wait, we are
above row.
still. 1 second, we are still in the fourth row. Okay. And then we have
Fourth row and fourth word.
fourth row, and
row,
right
fourth
now we are in sixth letter, sixth column. Avatarati is there. Avatarati is there. And then yakara is there. Last letter is ya. I think we made yati earlier, right?
Yes, ma'am. We made yati in the first row itself.
We made yati already, so that is done. Now moving on to the fifth row, upavishati is there. And downwards, if you go, uttishtati is also there. So downwards, uttishtati, crosswards, upavishati, and upwards, utirsha. No, it is not there. So leave that. Okay. The second letter is pa. With pa, is there anything?
Pavishati.
Patati. Pa downwards is patati is there. Okay. Patati is there. What does patati mean?
Falling
To
down.
fall. Falling down.
To fall. To fall. Okay. And then with V, Vishati is there. Right? With
Vahati is also there.
We is not in.
Vahati is still farther away. We are still in at V. So Vishati is there. And any other verb you can make with V? So Vishati means more like a house or a dwelling. Okay.
Then it's not the verb form, ma'am.
Verb form is Vishati.
Okay.
Vilahati.
Vilahati, is there any word?
Vilahati. Let me see.
Okay.
Vilahati, I don't think so. No, it is not there. Okay. Then coming back to, so V is done. Then Shaknoti is there downwards.
Noti.
Okay. And then T we have with the T. No, nothing is there. Tishtati we already made from above. So that is done. And then Va we have.
Vahati.
Vahati is there. Okay.
Vaviti. No.
No.
Varati.
Bharati.
Bharati, ma'am.
Bharati. There is there. So Bharati means, what do you think could be the meaning?
Varanam means to choose, right? So
Varanam,
Yes.
like giving a.
Yes, to choose, to select. Very good. Okay.
we have even avatarati, right? I don't know if that.
Avatarati we already made when we were in the fourth row.
Okay.
Varati is done. And then ha, harati. Ha, ra, come down and then go diagonally down. Harati is there. Okay. And then with the ti, there is nothing. Moving on to the sixth row. Moving on to the sixth row. Ti is there. Tishtati, no. This. No. This ta has double ta, if you see properly.
Yes,
Okay. So
sir.
tishtati we already made earlier. So here with this ti, we cannot do anything. And then we have ta.
Taviti.
Oh, paiki ellara, right side.
Taviti.
Taviti, let me just check again. No.
No.
There is no Kriya Padam Taviti. Okay, then we have Kno. Kno, we don't have
No.
anything.
No Shati.
No Shati.
No
No.
Shati. No.
No. And then we have Vitarati. With V, we have Vitarati horizontally. Okay. And then Tarati also we have. Downwards also we have Tarati. Crosswards also we have Tarati. And then we have Ra, Rakshati we have. We come down from Ra and to the right, Rakshati. Okay. That's all. And then moving on to the seventh row, Shta.
Shati. Tatavi. Tataviti. Tataviti.
The Rakshati only.
With the Shta, we don't have anything. And then we have Ti. With the Ti also, we don't have anything. Again, Ti we have.
Next Tyajati.
Then Ra. With Ra, we have Rakshati. Oh, earlier I made it from the above Ra, but here we have it in a straight line. Rakshati. And then Kshati is also there, no? What do you think Kshati means? Actually, here it is not pulling up, but it is not giving any result for Kshati. So we can put that aside. And then we have in the last row, Ti. With the Ti, we don't have anything. Yeah, with Tyajati we have. Tyajati. Ja.
Nati.
Tisnati untunandi. Tisnati.
Nati.
What did you say? Snati. Snati will be there. Snati will be there.
Taking bath.
Snati is there. And then Ti. That's all. So did we get 20? Did anybody make a note of all these?
More than 20.
Okay, good. So now you can again, work on that.
25 words have come. 25.
25 we got.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Malay bhajasam. Equal.
Okay, good. So, and the next page, we have Sankshepa Geetha. So let us read this story first. I would like to start the Atmanepadi Kriyapadam also, and then we'll come back to this Sankshepa Geetha again later. Okay. Let us do the story on the next page, 45. We'll come back to the Sankshepa Geetha later. Bhratru Melanam. Okay. I would like to start the Atmanepadi. Last week, we discussed very briefly about Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. So today, let us work on a little bit more on the concept of Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. And then we'll come back in the next class, Sankshepa Geeta. Okay. So, Bhartru Melanam. Atmanepadinam dhatunam parichayah, lat lakaraha. So last week when we were doing the Gita shlokas and when we were trying to identify the Kriya Padams, some of you who already studied Atmanepadi Kriya Padani were identifying Kriya Padas which are in Atmanepadi form. So for the new students who are totally new to Samskritam, I very briefly introduced that concept. So let us look at that in a little bit more detail today. So like I said, dhatus again are categorized into three forms. One is parasmaipadi dhatus, atmanepadi dhatus, and ubhayapadi dhatus. Parasmaipadi dhatus are the dhatus which end the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana form. The Prathama Purusha Ekavachana form of Parasmaipadi dhatus will end in ti, like pathati, gacchati, nayati, khadati, shrunoti, nrityati, gayati, dhavati, pibati, likhati, pathati, like this. All the Parasmaipadi dhatus in Prathama Purusha Ekavachana will end in ti. That is how you recognize a Kriya Padam. Given the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana form of a Kriya Padam, you will recognize that it is a Parasmaipadi dhatu based on this. Whereas an Atmanepadi dhatu in Prathama Purusha Ekavachana of the Lat Lakara, it will end in te, like Vandate, Shankate, Bhashate, Uhate, and so on. Okay. So why are they classified?
Can I add one more thing, madam, here?
Yes.
Somebody told me, though I am a beginner, with my acquaintance with somebody like you, they told me the Atmanepadi is results in self. The Kriya results in self.
Yes.
That is Atmanepadi, which if it results in others, that is Parasmaipadi. If it reflects in both self and the other, it is Parasmaipadi.
Yes,
that
correct.
is what I was told.
Correct. I was about to add that also, but that was once upon a time. It is not being used in that sense anymore. Like right now, so basically there is one aspect where very long time back, the Parasmaipadi Kriya Padani, the action or the result of that action, if it is on somebody else, then you use Parasmaipadi Kriya Padani. If the result of that action is on yourself, then you use Atmanepadi Kriya Padani. This was very, very long back. It is no longer in use as of now. So right now, even when the result of the action is on others or on self, you can use any dhatu. You can use either a Parasmaipadi dhatu on yourself, like khadami we are saying, right? Gachami, khadami, pathami. The result of all these Kriya Padams is on us only, but we are still using it. It is not being it is not like we are not using it. Similarly, Atmanepadi. We can use Atmanepadi Kriya Padani on others also. Saha Vandate. In that way we can use. So no longer it is in use as of now, but yes, there is a concept like that very long time ago. Long time ago, they used to use it very strictly in that sense, but no, it does not apply anymore. But it is good to be aware of that feature. But how do we recognize this? With the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana form. That is how we recognize whether a dhatu is Parasmaipadi. This is only to recognize if a dhatu is Parasmaipadi or Atmanepadi. And then we have some dhatus take both forms. Those are called Ubhayapadi. Like Karoti. For example, the Kru dhatu. Karoti and Kurute. Karoti is in the Parasmaipadi form of the Kru dhatu, and Kurute is the Atmanepadi form of the Kru dhatu. Okay. So, and then there are many rules also. Sometimes a Kriya Padam, a Parasmaipadi Kriya Padam, if it gets an Upasarga, it will change into Atmanepadi form. And sometimes an Atmanepadi Kriya Padam, when it gets a Upasarga, it will change, the form will change into Parasmaipadi form also. So such rules are also there, which come much later. But for you to generally understand, there are three types of dhatus. One is parasmaipadi dhatu, atmanepadi dhatus, and ubhayapadi. Ubhayapadi are those that can take either parasmaipadi or atmanepadi forms, both forms. So that is one thing about atmanepadi forms. Other than that, usage wise, you don't have to worry anything. As and when a kriya padam is there, you just we can take it as a kriya padam. That's all. But depending on its form. And why is this form important? Because it changes. Like so like in Parasmaipadi, we studied pathati, patataha, patanti, patasi, patataha, patatha, pathami, patavaha, pathami. Similarly, for Atmanepadi, again, we have a different set of forms, like 9 forms. 1 second. Okay. So,
Can't hear much.
No. I only paused
Okay.
for a while.
Okay.
My pet dog is not feeling very well. He's sick and sometimes he's coughing. So I just muted.
Vaccine వేయించలేదండి.
No. He has some problem. He's on medication, but it will take a while for him to get back to normal. Okay. So I didn't want, like he's loud when he gets that cough. So I just muted. Okay. So anyways, coming back. So other than that, whenever we come across the Kriya Padani, if it is, whether it is Parasmaipadi or Atmanepadi, we can just go with the meaning. But it is important for us to recognize whether it is Parasmaipadi or Atmanepadi. So that when we are changing it into Bhutakalam or when we are changing the tenses and all, we are aware of the forms, that the way that we need to change them. So now let us look at the forms of this given in this story that we come across in this story. Okay. So Atmanepadinam Dhatunam Parichayah in Latlakara. So Etam Katham Uchchaihi Patata Avagachata. Okay. Pandavaha Vanavasam Acharantaha Badarikashramam Agataha. Draupadya Sahitaha Te Tatra Ramaniyeshu Kanana Pradesheshu Viharantaha Ramante. Draupadi api Viharanti Modate. Okay. So here observe the words that are in bold letters. Ramante, Modate. So Pandavaha Vanavasam Acharantaha Badarikashramam Agataha. So while they were performing their Vanavasam, they went to this Badarikashramam. Draupadya Sahitaha Te Tatra Ramaniyeshu Kanana Pradesheshu Viharantaha Ramante. So along with Draupadi, when they went there, they were enjoying the beauty of all of that place. Draupadi api Viharanti Modate. As she is going around, Draupadi also was enjoying that place. So Ramante also means to enjoy. Modate also means to enjoy. And then Ekada Draupadi Vayuna Anitam Ekam Sundaram Pushpam Ikshate. So once she saw a flower that came to her with the wind. Ikshate is to see. Okay. Vayuna Anitam. So which was brought by the wind. Ekam Sundaram Pushpam Ikshate. Tat Saugandhikam Kamalam iti sa janite. So that is a Saugandhikam Kamalam. Means that which has very good smell. She knows. She understood that it is that kind of flower. Sa tadrishani adhikani pushpani kamayate. Kamayate means to want, to desire. So she wanted more of such flowers. Ataha Sa patim Bhimasenam prarthayate. So she asked her husband Bhimasena, Bhavan etadrishani anyani bahuni pushpani anayatu. You bring me more flowers like this. Bhimasenaha gadapanihi san pratishtate. So pratishtate means to start, means to go. To go means gachati, but to start to go. Okay, that is called pratishtate. If you observe here, tishtati is the actual kriyapadam that we studied. But here pratishtate is given. It changed by the addition of the prefix pra. It changed into atmanepadi form, pratishtate. It is not pratishtati, right? Pratishtati is also there, but it means different. It means a little different. Pratishtate means to start, to go. When you are about to leave on some work, it is called pratishtate. So Bhimasenaha gadapanihi san pratishtate. Tam eva disham gatva saha gandhamadana parvate sarvatra mrigayate. So mrigayate is to search. Okay, tameva disham gatva. He went in that direction only. Saha gandhamadana parvate sarvatra mrigayate. On that mountain, he searched everywhere. Sarve praninaha tam kutuhalena nirikshante. And there were so many animals there. They all were looking at him very curiously. Nirikshante also is to look. Okay. Agre gataha Bhimasenaha kadalivanam alokate. Alokate also means to see. But there is a slight difference. Ikshate, alokate, nirikshante. Nirikshante is in bahuvachana. The ekavachana will be nirikshate. Okay. So agre gataha, after going a little forward, Bhimasenaha kadalivanam alokate. He saw a banana garden. Tatra Hanuman nidravashagaha asit. So there Hanuman was there and he was asleep. Saha swargadvaram avritya shete sma. Shete is also a kriyapadam, means lying down or sleeping. Avritya, occupying. Swargadvaram, he was occupying the swargadvaram and sleeping. Bhimasenaha tasya samipam gatva simhanadam kurute. So to wake him up, instead of directly waking him up, he made this simhanadam, kurute. Karoti, we saw the parasmaipadi form. Here kurute, we are seeing the kri dhatu in atmanepadi form. Tada Hanuman lochane ishad unmilya smayate. Smayate is to smile a little bit. Okay, tada Hanuman lochane ishad unmilya. He opened his eyes a little bit. Smayate. Tataha bhashate cha. And then he started talking. Kimartham sukhasuptam mam prabodhayasi. Why did you wake me up when I'm sleeping so happily? Tvam kaha, who are you? Kimartham agataha, why did you come? Eshaha devalokasya margaha vartate. This is the marga to devaloka. Vartate means to be there. Okay. Like asti. Like how asti we use, like that vartate also can be used, is there. Devalokasya margaha vartate. Atra manushyanam praveshaya anumatihi na vidyate. There is no entrance for people. Iti. Tada Bhimasenaha brute. Brute is also means to speak. Okay. Aham Kunti putraha Bhimasenaha. Etena margena gantum ichchami. Tvam uttishta. Margam prayacha. Iti. So he says, I am Bhimasena, son of Kunti. I would like to go by this path. Okay, you get up. Tvam uttishta. Madhyama purusha prayoga, if you observe. Margam prayacha, and give me way. Iti. Hanuman vadati. Aham vyadhipiditaha asmi. Ataha utthatum mama shaktihi na vidyate. I am suffering from some disease. I don't have the strength to get up by myself. Utthatum. means to get up. Mama shaktihi na vidyate. I don't have energy for that. Yadi tvaya avashyam gantavyam tarhi mam langhayitva gaccha iti. So he says, if going in this path is needed by you very much, then you jump over me and go. Mam langhayitva gaccha. You jump over me and go. Tada Bhimasenaha vadati. Paramatma deham vyapya avatishtate iti aham jane. So I know that Paramatma is in every body, is in everybody's body. Okay. So tava langhanena tasya avamananam kartum na utsahe. So if I jump over you, it is like I am jumping over Paramatma. And it is like insulting him. I don't want to do that. Anyatha Hanuman Sagaram iva tvam langhayitva gacheyam iti. Otherwise, I would have jumped over you like how Hanuman jumped over the ocean and I would have gone. But I don't like to jump over you. Why? Because I don't want to insult the Paramatma in you. Not that I cannot jump.
Vani garu, is it apmanam or avamananam?
Avamananam అని ఇచ్చాడు ఇక్కడ. అపమానం కూడా ఉంటుంది.
Both the words are same antara?
Same.
To insult.
To insult, yes. Hanuman pruchati. Kaha saha Hanuman kimartam saha sagaram langhitavan iti. So Hanuman was asking as though he doesn't know, who is this Hanuman you are talking about? Why did he jump over the ocean? Hanuman mama bhrata. Ramayane saha ativikhyataha. Ramapatnyaha Sitayaha Anveshanaya Saha Shatayojana Vistritam Sagaram Langhitavan. Ahamapi Bale Parakrame Yuddhecha Tena Tulyaha Varte. So Hanuman is my brother in during Ramayanam, means in Rama's journey. He is very well known. Ramapatnyaha Sitayaha Anveshanaya Saha Shatayojana Vistritam Sagaram Langhitavan. So while the search for Sita was going on, to search for her, he jumped over the Sagara, which is Shatayojana Vistritam. Ahamapi Bale Parakrame Yuddhecha Tena Tulyaha Varte. I am also equal to him in the strength, Parakramam, and in Yuddha, in how you perform the skills of Yuddha. Iti Sabhimanam vadati Bhimasenaha. Ante margam prayacha iti punarapi vadati. So saying this, he says, okay, give me way. Hanuman vadati. Jaraya mama utthatum shaktihi nasti. Tvameva anukampaya etat pucham apasarya gaccha iti. So jaraya means because of old age, mama utthatum shaktihi nasti. I don't have energy to get up. Tvameva, you only. Anukampaya, with some compassion. Etat pucham upasarya. Pucham is tail. Okay. Apasarya means lift it up and put it aside and gaccha. And then you go. You put it aside and go. Bhimasenaha. Pucche grihitva etam vanaram yamasadanam preshayami iti manasa chintayati. So he was thinking to himself, Pucche grihitva, holding by the tail, etam vanaram, this monkey, holding this monkey by the tail, yamasadanam preshayami, I will send him to Yamasadana. Iti manasa chintayati. He was thinking that in his mind. Tataha saha avajnaya Vamahastena pucham grihitavan. So avajnaya means having very much of disregard, not having that much of respect or regards. Vamahastena pucham grihitavan. With his left hand, he tried to hold the tail. Kintu tat pucham kinchidapi na kampate. But the tail did not move even a little bit. Adhuna Bhimasenaha Bahubhyam Pucham Utsheptum Prayatate. Yatate is the Kriyapadam. Pra is the Upasarga, means to try. Okay. Adhuna. So then Bhimasenaha Bahubhyam, with both his hands, Pucham Uksheptum, to lift the tail, he tried with both his arms. Tathapi Pucham na kampate, even when the tail did not move even a little bit. Bhimasenasya shariram svidyate. Svidyate means sweating. Now he started sweating because of that effort that he's putting in there. Punaha punaha prayatnena api saha vipalaha jayate. Again and again he tried, but everything was not successful, or it was a failure. Saha nitaram lajjate, to feel shy. So he felt very, very shy. By now he understood who that other person is. Ante saha Hanumantam namaskritya prarthayate. Kapisardula mam kshamatam. Vanararupadrik bhavan siddhaha devaha gandharvaha va kaha iti vadatu. So he doesn't know exactly who it is, but he understood that it is not a regular Vanaraha. So he was saying, oh, please forgive me. Vanararupadrik, taking this form of monkey, who are you? Are you a Siddha, or are you a Deva, or are you a Gandharva? Iti vadatu. Aham shishyavat bhavantam pruchhami. I am asking you like a shishya. Kripaya vadatu iti. Please tell me. Tada Hanuman swasya parichayam uktavan. Bhimasenaha bhaktya tam namaskೃತವಾನ್. Hanuman pritya tam alingitavan. So then Bhimasena, with a lot of devotion, he saluted to him, and then Hanuman also, he hugged him with lots of love. Tataha saha Bhimasenasya prarthanam angikritya Ramavatare swasya yadrisham shariram asit tadrisham vishalam shariram darshitavan. So Bhimasena asked, can you show me your form that you had during Ramayana? So upon his request, Hanuman showed him his Rupam, Vishwarupam. Ante tam Ashirbihi Anugrihya Antarhitaha Abhavat. So after blessing him, he disappeared. Okay. So that is the story. Bhratra Melanam. Melanam means to meet. Okay, the meeting of the two brothers is the story here. So what are the Atmanepadi Kriyapadani that we have here? Ramante, Modate. Ramante is in. What will be the Ekavachana form? Ramate, Modate, Ikshate. And then we have Janite, Kamyate, Prarthayate, Pratisthate,
Nirikshate.
Mrigayate, Nirikshate, Alokate, Shete, Kurute, Smayate, Bhashate, Vartate, Vidyate, Brute. Again Vidyate we have another time. Avatishtate, Jane, and then Varte. Varte is in Uttama Purusha. Vartate is the actual Prathama Purusha Ekvachana Rupam. In Uttama Purusha, Varte, Kampate, Prayatate, Vidyate, Jayate, and then Lajjate, Prarthayate, Prarthayate. One second again. Okay. So now let us look here on page number 47. Any questions so far?
వాణి గారు ఇక్కడ భీమసేన పృచ్ఛే గృహీత్వా ఏతం వానరం యమసాధనం ప్రేషయామి ఉంది కదా,
యమసాధనం
లాస్ట్ బట్ టూ లాస్ట్ అక్కడ పుచ్చే ఇస్ యాక్చువల్లీ పుచ్చం ఇస్ నపుంసకం కదా, పుచ్చే అంటే ద్వివచనం ఎందుకు ఇచ్చారు?
ద్వివచనం కాదది, పుచ్చే గృహీత్వా.
సప్తమి విభక్తి.
సప్తమి విభక్తి పుచ్చం పుచ్చే.
But why will it be in saptami?
సప్తమిలో రాదే.
Yeah.
అంటే తోకని అని వస్తుందండి.
But then it is in dvivachanam in that sense, right? Pucche means it is either in saptami ekavachana or in dvivachana, whether it is prathama or dvitiya. And with grihitva, actually with grihitva it should be in dvitiya vibhakti only. For kvanta we have to use dvitiya vibhakti only. So pucham grihitva it has to be, but I will check if there is any other meaning involved by putting it in pucche. Okay.
Why can't it be saptami vibhakti kimartam na agacchati ji? Saptami vibhakti kimartam na agacchati pucche iti saptami vibhakti na agacchati va?
Na agacchati.
Make any sense?
Saptami vibhakti we cannot use here. Why? Because with the
grihitva is there, na?
With the kvanta pratyayanta. What were you saying?
Before that noun form only come, na? Pucche, pucham.
Grihitva with the kvanta pratyayanta, whatever we are using, only dvitiya vibhakti only we have to use. So it has to be in dvitiya vibhakti only. So pucham grihitva. Why pucche is used in dvivachanam? I will double check that once.
ఇదాनीम् अवगतवान् जी. धन्यवादः.
One second again.
Maybe preparation is called.
Okay. So good observation, Nilima. So let me ask that pucham grihitva, why pucche grihitva is given? Okay. Then okay. So let us, any other questions? Anyone? It could be, one thing I can think of is it could be as simple as a printing mistake, or maybe there is some other meaning involved, which I'm unable to think of right now, because with kvanta only the dvitiya vibhakti form has to be used. So if pucche is in dvitiya vibhakti, it has to be in dvivachana. Why will it be in dvivachana? Anjaneya has only one tail. So We'll see that. Okay. Okay, so no other questions. Then we can move on to page number 47. So here we have again some Kriya Padani given. Let us look at those. Arjunaha Prichati. Prichati means to ask. Murkaha Shochati. Shochati is to feel sad. Agnihi Jwalati. Jwalati is to like the flame, like to glow. Ahitaha Nindati. Ahitaha. Hitaha. One who wishes you well. Ahitaha. He who does not wish you well. Nindati. Condemns you. Esha Abhinandati. Abhinandati means to congratulate you. Okay, so eteshu vakyeshu kriyapadeshu parasmaipadi dhatunam rupani prayuktani santi. So in these sentences we have parasmaipadi dhatu. Okay, and on the right hand side we'll see Krishnaha bhashate, Panditaha manyate. Manyate is to show respect. Okay, bhashate is to speak. Suryaha prakashate. Shreyaha vidyate. Vidyate is to be there. It is like vartate only. Vartate and vidyate, they are very close in meaning. Saha vartate. Okay. Eteshu vakyeshu kriyapadeshu atmanepadi dhatunam rupani prayuktani santi. Okay. All these are in lat lakara only. Both are in lat lakara. Whether parasmaipadi or atmanepadi, these forms are of Vartamana Kala. Lat Lakara it is called. Vartamana Kala means present tense. Okay. Prathama Purusha Ekavachana Rupani. Now Prichati, Prathama Purusha Ekavachana Rupani. Like that Bhashate also is in Prathama Purusha Ekavachana. So now let us see what is given in the note below. Kriya Padasya Moolam Dhatuhu. Yatha patati ityasya kriyapadasya moolam pat iti dhatuhu. Dhatavaha trividhaha santi. Parasmaipadinaha, atmanepadinaha, ubhayapadinaha cha iti. Pat, lik, creed, mil, gam ityadayaha dhatavaha parasmaipadinaha. Vand, edh, labh, iksh, laj ityadayaha dhatavaha atmanepadinaha. So these are some dhatus which are parasmaipadi. The pat dhatu, lik, creed, mil and gam. Whereas the dhatus like vand, edh, labh, iksh, laj, these are all atmanepadi dhatus. Parasmaipadinam dhatunam latlakarasya prathama purusha ekavachana rupeshu ante ti iti shruyate. So the for the parasmaipadi dhatus, the latlakara in the Vartamana Kala, the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana form ends in Yatha, Pathati, Likhati, Shochati, like this. And then Atmanepadinam Dhatunam Latlakarasya Prathama Purusha Ekavachana Rupeshu Ante Te iti Shruyate. Like Vikshate, Lajjate, Kampate, and so on. In Vikshate, we have the V Upasarga and Ikshate. Together it became Vikshate. Ubhayapadinam tu dhatunam latlakarasya prathama purusha ekavachana rupeshu ante ti te. Etad ubhayam api shruyate. So for ubhayapadi in prathama purusha ekavachana we can see both ti and te. Like karoti and kurute, yachati and yachate, janati and janite. Okay. Now below we are given some Kriya Padani. Now each of you tell me as you are reading each Kriya Padani whether it is Parasmaipadi or Atmanepadi. Pashyati.
Parasmaipadi.
Lajjate.
Atmanepadi.
Atmanepadi.
Kamayate.
Atmanepadi.
Tishtati.
Parasmaipadi.
Vartate.
Atmanepadi.
Vidyate.
Atmanepadi.
Asti.
Parasmaipadi.
Parasmaipadi. Palayate.
Palayate, madam.
Sorry, palayate. Palayate.
Atmanepadi.
Vadati. Parasmaipadi. Smarati.
Parasmaipadi.
Smayate.
Atmanepadi.
Bhashate.
Atmanepadi.
Patati.
Parasmaipadi.
Dyotate.
Atmanepadi.
What is the
Karshati.
meaning of Dyotate, madam? Dyotate, what is the
Dyotate
meaning?
is to glow. Dyotakam. Like to be to glow, kind of, or to understand also. To when something is glowing or radiant, it is like in another sense how it can be taken is when you understand something, something becomes clear in that sense. Karshati.
Parasmaipadi.
Snihyati.
Parasmaipadi.
Parasmaipadi.
Snati.
Parasmaipadi.
Parasmaipadi.
Sprishati.
Parasmaipadi.
Ampate.
Atmanepadi.
Mriyate.
Atmanepadi.
Ratati.
Parasmaipadi.
Ratati.
Parasmaipadi.
So ratati is to shout or scream out loud. I just wanted to check the meaning. Nayati.
Parasmaipadi.
Vishati.
Parasmaipadi.
Jayate.
Atmanepadi.
Okay. Tishtati.
Stati Parasmaipadi.
Guhate.
Atmanepadi.
Gahate.
Atmanepadi.
Modate.
Atmanepadi.
Gachati.
What is the meaning, madam?
Parasmaipadi.
Gahate. Gahate. Let me see.
పెనెట్రేట్. వాణి గారు మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు.
Okay, so to immerse or to dive into something, to plunge into, that is gahate. Ratati or to shout out loud. Ikshate is to watch. Modate is to be happy. Uhate is to guess. Okay, dishati is to indicate. Okay. So now let us look at the form of the Atmanepadi. Parasmaipadi form we have already seen. Pathati, pathatah, pathanti, pathasi, pathatah, pathatha, and so on. right? Patami, patavaha, patamaha. For Atmanepadi. So here the Ed dhatu is given, but we'll look at the Vand dhatu. Okay. Edhate also you can use, but Vand dhatu is more commonly used. So it will be Vandete, Vandante.
Vandase, Vandete, Vandadve.
Hmm.
Vande, Vandavahe, Vandamahe.
Exactly. So for Edh, now tell for Edh.
Edate, Edete, Edante, Edase, Edete, Edadve, Ede, Edavahe, Edamahe.
The dha is Mahaprana dha. Okay. So Edhate, Edhete, Edhante, Edhase, Edhethe, Edhadve, Edhe, Edhavahe, Edhamahe. Okay. So Edhate, Edh dhatu means to grow or increase in that sense. And then we have Sah dhatu. For Sah dhatu means to put up with, to bear, Sahate. So Sahate, others also repeat Sahate, Sahete, Sahante. Sahate, Sahete, Sahante.
Sahase, Sahete, Sahadve.
No, first all of you repeat the Prathama Purusha. All of you repeat the Prathama Purusha. Sahate, Sahete, Sahante.
Sahate, Sahete, Sahante.
Sahate, Sahete, Sahante.
Okay. Sahase, Sahete, Sahadve.
Sahase, Sahete, Sahadve.
Sahadve. Sahase, Sahete, Sahadve.
Sahase, Sahete, Sahadve.
Sahe, Sahavahe, Sahamahe.
Sahe, Sahavahe, Sahamahe.
Vandate, Vandete, Vandante.
Vandate, Vandete, Vandante.
Vandase, Vandethe, Vandadve.
Vandase, Vandethe, Vandadve.
Vande, Vandavahe, Vandamahe.
Vande, Vandavahe, Vandamahe.
Ikshate, Ikshete, Ikshante.
Ikshate, Ikshate, Ikshante.
Ikshase, Ikshethe, Ikshadve.
Ikshase, Ikshethe, Ikshadve.
Ikshe, Ikshavahe, Ikshamahe.
Ikshe, Ikshavahe, Ikshamahe.
And what else we have here? Bhashate. For Bhashate, tell no?
Bhashate, Bhashate, Bhashate.
Bhashase, Bhashete, Bhashadve. Bhashe, Bhashavahe, Bhashamahe.
Bhashase, Bhashase,
Bhashate, Bhashete, Bhashadve.
Bhashadve.
Bhashe, Bhashavahe, Bhashamahe.
Okay, good. Manyate.
Manyate,
Manyate,
Manyete,
Manyante.
Manyase, Manyete, Manyadve. Manye, Manyamahe.
In Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam, Manyethe, that tha is Mahaprana, it has to be clear. Most of you are not pronouncing it as Mahaprana. Then there will not be difference between the Prathama Purusha Dvivachana and Madhyama Purusha Dvivachana. Okay? Prakashate.
Prakashate, Prakashete, Prakashante. Prakashe, Prakashete,
Prakashase.
Prakashate,
No.
Prakashadve.
Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam Chappandi okkasari.
Prakashe.
Kadu. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana. Prakashase.
प्रकाशसे प्रकाशेथे प्रकाशत्वे
उत्तमपुरुष
प्रकाशे
प्रकाशावहे
प्रकाशामहे
प्रकाशामहे वर्तते वर्तते वर्तेते वर्तन्ते वर्तसे वर्तेथे वर्तध्वे वर्ते वर्तावहे वर्तामहे. Okay, so these are the forms in Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha, in all the three vachanas for the Atmanepadi dhatus. So we have seen in the earlier classes for the Parasmaipadi dhatu, and now we have seen for the Atmanepadi dhatu. So for each lakara, for each dhatu, you will have forms in both Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. So you have to memorize both. So have you all memorized the Parasmaipadi regular forms? The Vishesha Kriya Padani, slowly you can take time, but for the regular form, did all of you practice the Patati, Patataha, Patanti, that form?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So continue practicing that, because otherwise, when we are in the initial stages of memorizing, if there is a gap, we tend to forget. So continue practicing until it becomes like a part of you. And now we have this Atmanepadi also. And so things will be keep adding on. Like this is only for the Lat Lakara, means Vartamana Kala. Then we'll again have the Bhuta Kala, Bhavishyat Kala, and also the Lot Lakara, which is the imperative mode. So 4 lakaras we will be covering in this level. We have covered the first lakara, the Lat Lakara now. Okay, in both Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. And then we'll be doing the other 3 lakaras also by the end of this book. So things will keep adding on. That is what I'm trying to say. So keep practicing as and when we cover one, the practice should be there before we start a new one. Otherwise, both together, it can get a little confusing. So please do practice these forms. Now let us look at these sentences. Abhyasena jnanam vardhate. Abhyasena jnanam vardhate. Vardhate means to grow. It grows. With abhyasam, jnanam grows. Kamat krodha jayate. So krodha jayate. From kama, anger comes. Okay. Utpannaha jivaha mriyate. Utpannaha jivaha mriyate. Mriyate means to die. That which is born, utpannaha, will die. Hastat gandivam samskritam.
స్లిప్ అన్న చెప్పారు ఇది వరకు.
Yes, to slip, to jaripovadam. Hastat gandivam sramsate means from the hand the gandivam slips. Bhaktaha ishwaram bhajate. Jivaha sukham kamayate. So bhaktaha ishwaram bhajate. Bhajate is to worship, is to do the bhajans or worship. Worship is of many forms. Bhajate is one such form. Jivaha sukham kamayate. So kamayate is to desire, to want. So the jiva always wants happiness. Saha amritatvaya kalpate. Amritatvaya kalpate. Kalpate is to form or to result in. Okay, so he results in amrutatvam, like he has transformed into somebody very good or good natured person. Sthita prajnaha kim bhashate. Sthita prajnaha is one who does not change, right, emotionally, who is not emotionally disturbed easily. So Sthita prajnaha kim bhashate, what does he say? Shraddhavan jnanam labhate. Okay, so Shraddhavan Jnanam Labhate. So Shraddhavan is one who focuses on what he does, right, with diligence. So he will at the end attain Jnanam. Ishvaraha Sarvatra Vartate. Vartate is to be there. Sarvatra Vartate. Who Ishvaraha. So Ishvaraha is there everywhere. Abhimanyuhu Chakravyuham Vikshate. So Abhimanyu saw the Chakravyuham. Bhishmaha Sarvan Kshamate. Bhishma Kshamate is to forgive. Forgives everyone. Kunti Kashtam Sahate. Kunti put up with difficulties. Sanjayaha Yuddham Avalokate. Sanjaya saw. Avalokate is to see. Saw the war. Krishnaha Ashwan Sevate. Sevate is to serve. Krishna served the horses. Yodhaha Yuddhartham Tvarate. Tvarate is to hurry. So Yuddhartham. So they were in a hurry, or they couldn't wait for the war to happen. So those are these Kriyapadas. Again, for each of these Kriyapadas, you write down all these forms in Prathama, Madhyama Purusha and Uttama Purusha. For all these, like Vardhate, Vardhate, Vardhete, Vardhante, Vardhase, Vardethe, Vardhatve, Vardhe, Vardhavahe, Vardhamahe, Jayate, Jayete, Jayante, Jayase, Jayethe, Jayadve, Jaye, Jayavahe, Jayamahe. Like this, if you continuously write for all these, it will become easy. Once you write the forms, try to add appropriate pronouns and try to put a meaning. Any question, anybody?
సెవెంత్ ఒక్కసారి మళ్ళీ చెప్పరా వాణి గారు?
Saha amritatvaya kalpate. So kalpate means to transform from one thing into another, like Aishwaryam ahankaraya kalpate.
Okay.
Like that. So saha
That is why
amritatvaya.
for
So he transformed into somebody of such a good quality, like filled with amritam. Maybe earlier he was not as good. After some jnanam or after some abhyasam, he transformed himself into that wonderful person. Like that, we can take the meaning of that sentence. Okay.
Okay.
So for each of these kriyapadams, down all the forms, appropriate pronouns. Say, for example, we have sahate. What are the pronouns that can go with sahate?
Sahate, sahete, sahante.
No. I'm asking, what are the pronouns that go with sahate?
Saha,
Saha sahate, eshaha sahate, sa sahate, esha sahate, tat sahate, etat sahate, Ramaha sahate, Sita sahate, Draupadi sahate, Kunti sahate, and what else? Mahila sahate, Balika sahate, and so on. Okay. And for sahete, dvivachane.
Rama Lakshmanau sahete anachandi.
Rama Lakshmanau sahete, etau sahete, te sahete, sa te taha. In strilinga dvivachanam also. Te sahete. Like that. And then we have sahante. Purushaha sahante, Mahilaha sahante, Pandavaha sahante.
Guravaha sahante.
With the sahase?
Guravaha sahante.
Yes. More pronouns?
Yode sahante.
Yodhaha sahante. Bahuvachane. Hello.
Yeah. Yodye sahete.
Yodaha, yodhau, yodhaha. So yodaha sahate, yodhau sahete, yodhaha sahante.
Yes.
For sahase, sahete and sahatve?
त्वं सहसे
युवां
यूयं
सहीते
युवां
यूयं
त्वां
सगद्वे
सहिते
युवां सहेथे यूयं सहत्वे.
सहति
For sahe, sahavahe and saham.
अहं
अहं सहे
सहे
आवां
Sahe,
आवां
avahe,
सहावहे
वयं
यूयं,
वयं
vayam,
सहामहे.
vayam,
सहामहे
sahamahe.
Okay, correct. So tvam sahase, yuvam sahethe, yuyam sahadve. Aham sahe, avam sahavahe, vayam sahamahe. Means I bear, we both bear, we all bear. Okay, bear or put up with whatever it is. You bear, you both bear, and you all bear. Okay, so moving on to the 49th page, the third one. Okay, here we have some kriya padani given on the right hand side box. Labhase, vande, vikshete, kamayamahe, vartante, manyadve, bhashethe, modante, trayate, vandamahe. So we have to see which one matches. Eteshu vakyeshu परस्मैपदी क्रियापदानि प्रयुक्तानि सन्ति तत् समानार्थकानि आत्मनेपदी क्रियापदानि कोष्टके दत्तानि सन्ति ततः उचितं क्रियापदं चित्वा रिक्तस्थाने लिखत. So in the sentences we have parasmaipadi kriyapadani. We have to pick an equivalent word from the box which are close in meaning to these parasmaipadi kriyapadani and put there. But then again, not for every parasmaipadi there is a atmanepadi kriyapadam which matches in the meaning. Not for every parasmaipadi. But there are, for some kriyapadani, we have equivalent kriyapadani in atmanepadi. Okay. So let us look here. Vayam bharata mataram pranamamaha.
So pranamamaha vandamahe.
Pranamamaha means to salute, right? Vandate also means to salute. So, but here pranamamaha, vayam, uttama purusha bahuvachanam. So, which kriyapadam here in the box is in uttama purusha kriyapadam? Kamayamahe is in uttama purusha bahuvachanam. Vandamahe is also in uttama purusha bahuvachanam. But meaning wise, vandamahe is more suitable, right? Kamayamahe is to desire. But here we are saluting the Bharata Mataram. So, Vandamahe. Ishvaraha Bhaktan Kashtat Rakshati. Rakshati is to protect. Trayate. Trayate is also means to protect. Okay. So, Ishvar, and it is also in Prathama Purusha Ekavachana. Rakshati is also in Prathama Purusha Ekavachana. So, Ishvaraha Bhaktan Kashtat Trayate, we can say. So, Ishvara protects his devotees from difficulties. Yuyam kim chintayatha? Madhyama Purusha Bahuvachanam. So, which Kriya Padani are in Madhyama Purusha Bahuvachanam here? Manyadve. Manyadve is the only word that is in Madhyama Purusha Bahuvachanam. So, Yuyam yatha Manyadve. Manyadve. Manye means to think. Okay. Chintayati also is to think. Yuyam kim manyadve. What are you all thinking? Tau akasham pashyataha. Pashyataha. Prathama purusha dvivachanam. So what are the kriya padani here in Atmanepadi form which are in
Vikshete.
Vikshete. Where is it? Vikshete. So, yes, Vikshete. So, tau akasham vikshete. Then we have yuvam satyam vadataha. So which is the equivalent?
भाषेते
Bhashote. Bhashete.
Bhashe. Yuvam. Yuvam is in Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam. So Bhashethe is also in Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam. So Yuvam Satyam Bhashethe. Balikaha Chitram Drishtva Tushyanti.
मोदन्ते
Feel happy. Modante is also to feel happy. Both are in Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam. So Balikaha Chitram Drishtva Modante. So the girls felt happy after looking at the picture. Aham Devam Pranamami.
वन्दे
Vande.
Aham Devam Vande. Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam. Vayam Vishwa Shantim Ichchamaha.
कामयामहे
कामयामहे
Vayam Vishwa Shantim Kamayamahe means we desire, we want. Ichchamaha also means to want or to like. Te marge santi.
वर्तन्ते
वर्तन्ते
Te marge vartante means to be there. Tvam kirtim prapnoshi.
लभसे त्वं लभसे त्वं कदा
Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam prapnoshi means to obtain. Labhase also means to obtain. So Tvam kirtim labhase. Okay. Okay. So we shall stop here today. The fourth question, or shall we do the fourth one? With that, we will complete this lesson actually. So let us do this one. Okay, this one question, if we do, will be completed. So next week, we'll do the Sankshepa Geetha and then move on to the next lesson. Prathamam Vakyam Avadhanena Patata. Dvitiya Vakyasya Kartripadam Drishtva Vakyani Parivartayata. So, study the first sentence and then in the second sentence, the Kartripadam is changed. Accordingly, we have to change the Kriyapadam. Okay, Udaharanam Pashyatu. Sarve Vijayam Kamayante. So, Sarve is in Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam, right? But Aham Vijayam Kamaye. Aham is given. Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam is given. Accordingly, we have to change the Kriyapadam. So, Kamayante will become Kamaye. Yuyam Nitaram Modadve. Tau is given. Tau is in Prathama Purusha Dvivachanam. Modadve will become
मोदेते
Modete. Always go back to Prathama Purusha Ekavachana first. So, Modadve, Modate. Modate, Modete, Modante. We want Prathama Purusha Dvivachanam. So, Modete. But before going to the one that is asked, always go back to Prathama Purusha Ekavachana. Make that a habit. Whatever Kriyapadam is given, first try to go back to or recognize the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana form in Lat Lakara. Even if you are given in any other Lakara also, always come back to Prathama Purusha Ekavachana in Lat Lakara. And then again go back to whichever form is asked. So here Modadve. So Modate. Modete is the Dvivachanam. So Tau Nitaram Modate. Duryodhanaha Acharyam Upasangachate. Tvam is given.
उपसङ्गच्छसे त्वं त्वं एकवचनं
Tvam Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana. So Upasangachase. Here also, if you notice, Gachati is actually a Parasmaipadi Dhatu. Gam Dhatu is actually Parasmaipadi Dhatu. But with the Upa and Sam, two prefixes are here. Okay? Upasangachate. Sangachate is also there. Upasangachate is also there. Two prefixes are there. By adding these two prefixes, Gachati became Gachate. It became Atmanepadi form. Okay? And Tvam is given. So, Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. Gachase, it will become Upasangachase.
So for any word, Vani garu,
So for any word, if we add 2 upasargas, automatically it becomes Atmanepada.
No. Not for any dhatu. No, only for some dhatus. Only for some dhatus. Addition of some prefixes. Again, not if you add any 2 prefixes, it does not happen for that dhatu. Depends on which dhatu and which upasarga. For some dhatus, only for some upasargas, it will change. For the same dhatu with any other, with some other 2 upasargas, it may not change. For those also, we have again Panini Sutras. Based on that, we have to follow. Okay?
Okay.
Etaha samskritena bhashante. Etaha. Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam. Yuyam. Madhyama Purusha Bahuvachanam is asked. Yuyam samskritena bhashadve. Balaha spardhante. Bhavantau is given.
Spardhate.
It is Prathama Purusha Dvivachanam. Bhavantau. So spardhete. Spardhate, spardhete, spardhante. So this is Dvivachanam. Bhavantau spardhete. As I told you, Bhavan and Bhavati, though we are addressing directly, they are still considered as Prathama Purusha Sarvanama Padani Eva. Okay. So we use Prathama Purusha Kriya Padam only, spardhete. Okay. Spardhate means to compete. Balaha spardhante. Bhavantau spardhete. Ke yuddhat palayante. Who ran away from the war? Cow. So Prathama Vachanam is given. So palayate is the Kriya Padam in Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam. Palayete. So cow yuddhat palayete. Vayam dharma rakshanam apekshamahe. Vayam. Uttama Purusha Bahuvachanam is given. Avam. Madhyama Uttama Purusha Dvivachanam is asked. So apekshavahe. Instead of ma, vakara is used. Apekshavahe. Vayam dharma rakshanam apekshamahe. Means we are looking forward. We are expecting dharma rakshanam. Saha chamum vikshate. So this is already in Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam. Madhyama Purusha Dvivachanam.
Yuvam chamum vikshete.
Yuvam chamum vikshete. Tvam syandane virajase. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. Te. Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam. So first tell me the Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam. Virajate. Virajante. In Bahuvachanam Virajante. So te syandane virajante. Kshatriyaha yuddham labhate. Bhavantaha. Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam.
Labante.
Bahuvachanam. So labhante. Kshatriyaha is in Ekavachanam. Both are Prathama Purusha only. Te mahim bhunjate.
Bunjete. Bunjase.
Se kadandi tvam.
Bunjase.
Bunjase. Tvam mahim. Bunjase.
Mahim Pujjase.
Okay. Bhunjase it is.
Bhunjase.
Bhunjase. Tvam mahim bhunjase. Okay. It is in Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam. Bhunjate. Te mahim bhunjate. Te bhunjate is in Ekavachanam, but te is given. So it has to be in bhunjavi or bhunjate. Let me check if this is a special. Bhunjate. So this is you're all able to hear me, right? So this is a special Kriya Padam. Vishesha Kriyapadam in Atmanepadi form. So the forms will be bhunkte, bhunjate and bhunjate. So bhunjate is in Bahuvachanam. Bhunkte is the Ekavachana form. Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam will be bhunkte. Bahuvachanam it is bhunjate. Okay, and this is the dhatu is bhuj dhatu, which means to possess also. One is to bhunkte is to eat. One is to eat. The other one is how to own or to rule or to possess in that sense also we can take. Okay, like a king rules the kingdom. That also in that sense also this Kriyapadam can be used. Te mahim bhujate. So what will be the Madhyama Purusha form here? Bhunkshe. The Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana form is bhunkshe, not bhunjase. It is bhunkshe. Bhunkshe, bhunjate and bhunkdve and bhunkdve. Okay, and then bhunje, bhunjavahe, bhunjvahe, bhunjmahe. Okay, this is special, like the Vishesha Kriyapadam in Atmanepadi form. So the Prathama Purusha forms are bhunkte, bhunjate, bhunjate, bhunkshe, bhunjate, bhunkdve, bhunje, bhunjvahe, bhunjmahe. Okay, these are the three forms. So then, kaha vishayan upasevate?
Tau vishayan upasevete.
Tau is Prathama Purusha Dvivachanam. So upasevete. Sarve bhagavataha margam anuvartante.
Vayam.
Vayam. Uttama Purusha Bahuvachanam. Vayam bhagavataha margam anuvartamahe. Anuvartamahe. Okay. Okay. Any questions so far? I will try to send the Vishesha Kriya Padani for the Bhunjate, the forms. Okay. I will share that in the group. But otherwise, any other questions? And sorry about any disturbance today. Like my pet dog is not feeling well. He's having a lot of cough. He's on medication, but still it takes a little while before he settles down. So I had to mute intermittently. I'm just letting you know because I was muting in the middle.
We appreciate that in spite of that you conducted the class, ma'am. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
No, nothing at all.
Thank you very much.
Nothing like that. There is nothing I can do by simply sitting. I just have to sit and watch. I have already given the medication. It takes time. So anyways, so any questions? Okay, so you have Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi forms to practice. The Vishesha Kriya Padani, slowly you can take it, nothing to rush there. But the regular forms, the Parasmaipadi, I hope all of you have memorized by now. And because now you have Atmanepadi also to work on. Okay? So next week we will do the Sankshepa Geetha, and then we will move on to that next lesson. Okay? Lot Lakara. Lot Lakara. So Shanti Mantram, anybody? Anyone? Shanti Mantra. Rajendran Mahodaya.
आं जी सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः धन्यवादः जी राम राम
धन्यवादः महोदय
धन्यवादः सर्वेभ्यः राम राम
थैंक यू